Oh, we're live. It's like a miracle. Okay. All right. Thank you. Great. Let's see here. Okay. Well, first of all, I wanted you all to know that we have a winner. Okay. And let's see here. Our winner is. Sorry, we've been having all kinds of technical glitches getting on, so we're half an hour late. Sorry about that if you've been waiting. Our winner is Julie Tegetov. And here's what she said, okay? Her comment was, now what she won was a free ticket to the Body Code 2-day online seminar this Friday and Saturday. She said, the emotion code changed my life more than anything else I've ever done, basically. Learning that emotions can be inherited was key, or the key to answering so many questions about why I had anxiety and other health issues. I'm using the Body Code as well, and it is an amazing tool. So, so Julie is the winner. So Julie, if you're on here, you'll need to comment and let us know where you are. And let's see here. Let us know where you are and how things are going. And we also have a volunteer here. So by the way, for those of you that are wondering who I am, let me see, hang on a second. I'm trying to remember. I'm Dr. Brad Nelson, author of the Emotion Code. So let me see if we can get our volunteer here with us. This is Michelle. So I'm going to call Michelle right now, see if we can get her on the line. All right. Michelle.
Hi.
There you are. Turn on your camera. There
Yep.
you are. All right. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Great. So, Michelle, tell us, first of all, where are you in the world?
In Coquitlam, BC, Canada. British Columbia.
Fantastic. All right. And we're probably going to need to know how old you are at this point.
49.
49. Okay. And you have some kind of an issue going on?
My shoulder, it's been about 4 years. My left shoulder.
Okay.
I can't raise my arm above my head.
Okay.
Any kind of movement, it hurts.
Okay.
I've had chiropractor, massage, shockwave therapy.
Okay.
I have calcium deposits, tendinopathy, and bursitis.
Ow, sounds painful.
Yes, it is.
Dang. So for 4 years, was there something that happened to you 4 years ago that started this thing or what?
Not really. Shoulder issues do happen, run in my family. So I'm a marathon runner, and it just ended up happening. So I can't really pinpoint why.
Okay. And that happens a lot. You know, a lot of the time people end up with some kind of a condition or some weird issue or something, and they have no idea what started it. And this is one of those cases, right? So, so let's see here. Lean back maybe just a little bit, and then try raising that arm a little so we can kind of see how much motion you have.
Yeah, that's about it.
About that. Okay. So about horizontal is about as far as it goes. Okay. And on a 0 to 10 level of discomfort, okay, 0 being no discomfort at all, and 10 being like the most you can think of. How would you rate the discomfort there when you maybe when you bring it up to that point?
When it gets to that point, like if I force it, it can go to like an 8 or a 9, but it's probably about a 6 or a 7.
Okay, about a 6 or a 7. Okay. All right, interesting. So let's go
and
ahead.
I've had cortisone shots, which the last one ended up to be not good for me. So yeah. Okay. So we've stopped that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead. I have the new body code app. It's called the Discover Healing app, and it contains the body code and the emotion code. You can kind of see it here. I'll be using this app on my phone to see if we can maybe find some of the underlying causes for what's going on with you. Okay. So let me go ahead and we'll see if we can bring that up on our screen here. There we go. All right, we've got it right in the middle. So let's first of all take a moment and I'll just offer a little silent prayer for us so that we can get some help from that higher power to help you. The highest duty of the healer is to act as a go-between for that higher power, right? And and if you practice the healing arts long enough, eventually you come to that knowledge, I think. So so give me just a moment here, and I'll ask for some help. All right. So it's kind of fun, you know. Sometimes when I do that, I can really feel that love that higher power has for whoever it is I'm asking for help for, and it probably has to do more with how in tune I am, because I think that God has the same unconditional love for all of us, but But you know, sometimes I can feel it more than other times. But I think that has to do. It's probably the same every time, really. But it has to do with how connected I am. But I can definitely feel that this time for you. So that's kind of fun.
Awesome.
So all right,
you.
Yeah. So let's ask about this. First of all, for those of you that are new to this, the subconscious mind has this amazing ability built right into us to set aside its own needs to act on behalf of someone else. And so what we do is we use muscle testing in the body code and the emotion code to tune in and get answers, really. And so so the way that I do this is when I have that silent prayer, and we all believe in different things, and that's totally fine. But if you happen to believe in a higher power, then we recommend that you make that connection. When usually for me, when I ask for that connection, that's when I get also connected to you. And so what we do to verify that connection has been made, I will just ask, can I act as proxy for you? And I get a yes answer. Okay, great. So I'm going to be using the ring and ring test today, which looks like this. And so you'll see my fingers will either stay together for a yes as I try to pull them apart gently, or the rings will break open if the answer is no, that's coming from your subconscious mind to mine, and then manifesting on my body like that. So let's ask this question. Looking at the body code here, and again, remember, in the body code, there are 6 different possible categories of imbalances. There are just almost 1,000 different topics in the body code, okay? But your subconscious mind knows exactly what's really going on with your shoulder. And so let's find out what these underlying causes are, and maybe we can help your body. See, the body code, the way that it works is we just remove imbalances and impediments that are in the body's way. Because your body naturally wants to heal, it wants to get well, right? But those impediments, those imbalances that we have inside of us are the things that speak to us through these symptoms that we have, right? And the body is just energy, so things can change instantly, right? So even though we may have certain things that we might believe, things can change instantly because it's all just energy. So let's ask about this. Is there an underlying reason for this trouble that you're having with that left shoulder? And I get a yes answer. That's your subconscious mind communicating to mine. Okay, so I'm getting a yes answer. All right. So where is this imbalance? Now, it could be on the right side in one of those categories, or it could be on the left side. Let's find out. Is it something on the right side of our chart? No, so it's on the left side. So we'll start at the top. Is it something in the energies area? I get a yes, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my phone, okay, and I'm gonna touch the top left button, the energy button. There we go. All right, so now we've got 6 different categories in the energies area. So your subconscious mind is guiding us to whatever this is, and I have no idea what it is, okay? Is it one of these on the left side? And your subconscious mind says no, it's not. So it's on the right. Is it an allergy or an intolerance of some kind? No. Is it something emotional? That's strong, okay? That's a yes. So we'll touch that one, And now we've got some other options. Is it one of these on the left side? Yes. So is this a trapped emotion? Yes, it is. Okay, so we'll go there. All right. Now there's 6 different kinds of trapped emotions that we identify. And the body code works just a little bit differently than the emotion code in that we just give you a list of all 6 kinds, and then you just pick which one it is. So is it one of these on the left side? Yes, it is. Okay. So is it a prenatal trapped emotion, which is an emotion that got trapped during the time you're in the womb? I get a no. So is it a preconception trapped emotion? Those get trapped before you're conceived, okay? But they're not inherited from an ancestor. They come from your life before you were conceived, right? Is that it? No. So that means it's an inherited trapped emotion. Is that true? Yes. Okay. So an inherited trapped emotion. Let's go down to our emotion chart. And then, by the way, the app that I'm using here is available on at discoverhealing.com. It's available also on the Apple, the App Store, also Google Play if you're using an Android phone. So here we have all the emotions. What emotion is this? We know it's inherited, right? So is this an inherited emotion that's listed in column A? That's a no. So it's in column B. Is it in one of the odd rows in column B? I get a yes. Okay. So is it in row 1 in column B? No. Is it in row 3? Row 3, column B. So it's one of these. It's either confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse, or stubbornness. Which one is it? I don't know. Is it confusion? No. Is it defensiveness? No. Is it grief? Yes. So this is an inherited emotion of grief. So let me write that down really quick here so I can so I don't get lost. I can kind of keep track of where I'm going here. Let's see here, and I don't know where we're going, but your subconscious mind is going to take us there. So this emotion of grief, did you get that? Now you got this at conception, right? That's how these inherited emotions come to us. Did you get this from your mom? No, this came from your dad, okay? So from your father. And did he get this from somebody earlier? Yes. From his mother? No. So it came from his father. And does this go back even further? Yes, it does. Does it go back 10 generations? Does it go back 15? Yep. 20? No. 19? No. 18? No. 17 generations. Now, how is it possible that I'm finding this information? Well, look, this is really simple. Your subconscious mind knows these answers, right? And so all I'm doing is asking your subconscious mind, and it's giving us these answers. So 17 generations. So, all right, so let's take a look at this.
Yeah.
17 generations, if we say, times about 30 years I'm using now for a generation, comes out to 510 years minus 2020, comes out to, of course, 1510. So approximately 1510 AD. What do we know from this? We know that you must have had ancestors at that point. Does that seem correct? Did you have an ancestor?
Yes.
Most people do, right? So, all right, you had an ancestor that apparently had a bad day or experienced something intense, and that emotion of grief was really powerful. That energy got stuck in that person's body, that ancestor of yours, and then it was shared down the line, all the way down to you. Okay, cool. So, Michelle, let me ask you, do you have kids?
Yes.
How many kids do you have? 2 kids? Okay. Let's ask if you, did you pass this emotional energy to them when they were conceived? I get a yes to both of them. Yes. So they both also received this. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So do we need to know anything else about this? We don't. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my hand, and I'm going to release this emotion. I'm going to pass my hand over the governing meridian 10 times. Now, the governing meridian is this little river of energy that flows from the tailbone all the way up the back, over the top of the head, to the inside of the upper lip. Okay, and by passing a hand, or you can use a magnet too, over that governing meridian, what it does is it releases that emotional energy that's gotten stuck in the body. Kind of like if you take a credit card out of your wallet and you rub a magnet on that magnetic strip, it erases that energy. Same thing, right? If you do that to a credit card, you're going to have to get a new credit card because that data is no good anymore, right? All right, so now let's ask, did we release that inherited trapped emotion? And I get a yes. Did it release from your father? Yep, and his father? Yep, and all those generations all the way back? Did it also release from your 2 kids? Yes, it did. Okay, what I want you to do now is I'd like you to stand up and just move around a little bit and then come back and sit down. And then we'll
Okay.
And then we'll test your shoulder. You can move your neck around a little bit now, maybe move your arm around a little bit, and let's just see what's going on now with your shoulder and see where it's at. Okay, that's good enough. Now, the reason I like to have people move around a little bit is because when we remove something like this, things are shifting. Bones might realign into new places, and muscles might turn on that haven't been running for a while or operating as well. And so things move around. And when people get up and walk, that's naturally how our bodies kind of facilitate that balancing, rebalancing sort of process. Okay, now let's take your arm and let's move your arm a little bit and let's see how your arm feels now compared to how it was feeling before and see how it is.
Oh, I can actually move it up a little bit more.
Okay.
Than it was.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move it again. Let's see how that is. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, there it is. It's it's like like the rotator cuff. It gets stuck.
Okay. All right, no worries. So that's fine. So 0 to 10, how would you rate the discomfort at that point?
Probably 5, 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Okay. About a 6 or 7 before. Okay, 5 to 6. Okay, that's great. So now let's go back to the body code homepage. Okay, and we get there by clicking the little button on the bottom left of the body code. You can't quite see it here, but anyway, let's ask the same question again. All right, is there some other imbalance that we can remove that is contributing to this problem with your shoulder? And let's muscle test that question. The answer is yes. Okay. So looking at the body code now, where is that imbalance? Your subconscious mind knows what this imbalance is, and is it on the left side of our body code? No, so it's on the right side. So is it a pathogen of some kind? No. Is it a misalignment? Yes, that's strong. So we're going to go there, right side in the middle, okay? And so is it one of these on the left side? Yes, okay? So is it a common misalignment? Is it a soft tissue? It's a soft tissue imbalance of some kind. So let's go there. Is it something on the left side of this chart? Yes. Is it an organ? No. So it's some kind of connective tissue. So we'll go there. So is it something on the left side here? Yes. Is it a disc? No. A tendon? It's a tendon. Okay. So if we touch that one, and this is how the whole body code works. There are explanations, in-depth explanations everywhere in the body code. It's very encyclopedic, but it's really simple to use. If you get taken somewhere, then you just read about it. And the more you use it, the smarter you get, okay? So tendons are found at the ends of every muscle in the body. And so, so let's see here. If we go down to decoding, let's ask this question, is it necessary to identify more about this misalignment? Not really. So let's go down to association then and ask, is there an associated imbalance? Yes. So that we need to decode. So there is. So in other words, we've got some kind of a misaligned tendon. Now, we don't know exactly which one it is, but your subconscious mind knows which one it is. And we asked if we need to know, more about this, and your subconscious said, no, it's okay. I know all about this. So that's fine. Makes our job easier, right? So it's a misaligned tendon. Let's ask, is it one of the tendons in the shoulder? I'm assuming it is, and I get a yes. But anything can cause anything. So is there something associated with this? And I get a yes. Okay, so that means that there is something connected with this tendon that is out of alignment in some way. So let's go back to the homepage on the body code. Now we're looking for whatever this is that's associated. And when I say associated, really what I mean is probably something that's underlying this, right? And the analogy that I like to use here is, let's say that you take your car into the mechanic because your check engine light is on. And the mechanic looks at your car and he says, oh, we figured out the problem. You don't have any oil left. So we filled your car up with oil, you're good to go. Well, you might wonder, If I was totally out of oil, how did that happen? Well, an underlying cause of that might be that that curb that you ran over last week, right? That put a hole in your crankcase. See, that would be, and so all the oil leaked out. That would be an underlying cause. And if you don't fix that underlying cause, then you can fill the car up with oil. But what's going to happen? It's just going to run out again, right? So what's happening here is that you've got some kind of a tendon misalignment in that rotator cuff, but there's something underlying that, and that's what we're after right now. Does that make sense?
Cool. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what this is. Is it something on the left side of our body code? No. So it's on the right side. It could be anything. Is it a pathogen? No. Is it a misalignment? No. So it's something down in nutrition and lifestyle. Is it something on the left side of this chart? No. So is it something nutritional? No. Is it some sort of herb or spice? No. An essential oil? No. Hydration? It's something in the hydration areas. Now, you never know what's going to show up, right? So is this something on the left side of our chart here? No. So is it water quality? No. So you're showing, what's showing up is that you're a little bit dehydrated. Is it water utilization? No. It's what we call electrolyte utilization. So there's something going on with you. So the plot is thickening here, right? It's dehydration due to some kind of electrolyte issue. You're not utilizing your electrolytes as well as you should be. And so let's follow the body code down here. And you're either having a problem absorbing or utilizing electrolytes. Is there an associated imbalance that needs to be decoded? Not really. Okay. So what we're going to do then is I'm just going to swipe a few times, okay, to basically get your body to kind of reset this and start utilizing things correctly. And we're just basically telling your subconscious mind, hey, this is an issue, fix it, all right? And now let's ask, is there anything else we need to do about this? No. And so that was a misaligned tendon in here. And you never know what you're going to find in the body code. And the nice thing about the body code is you don't worry about it. You don't try to second guess it. You just go wherever it takes you. So let's ask about this. We found that because of a misaligned tendon. Now let's ask, did we correct that tendon? Yeah, so that tendon misalignment now is balanced. So let's see here. All right. So why don't you go ahead and stand up and move around a little bit, and let's see how that is now. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Go ahead and sit down again. Far enough. All right. Now try rolling that shoulder around a little bit, and let's see how that's doing now compared to how it was doing before.
It's definitely movable. It's still stuck on the rotator cuff.
Yeah, no worries.
It's just my rotator cuff is so painful.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Well, let's go back to the body code, and let's ask the same question again. Is there another underlying reason for this imbalance that you're having in the shoulder? And I get a yes. And is it something on the right side of our body code? No. So is it a toxin, something in circuits and systems? It's something in the energies area, top left. So we'll touch that one. Is it something on the left side here? Yes. So is it something post-traumatic? Yes. Let's go there. And is it something on the left side of this chart? Yes. So is it a physical trauma? Yes. Okay. So a physical trauma is where you get hit. You take some kind of a blow, and the energy from that blow gets stuck in the body, and then it short circuits things. So usually that kind of energy is released kind of automatically, but sometimes that energy gets stuck. So do we need to identify more about this energy? I get a no. And is there an associated imbalance that needs to be decoded? I get a no. So let's go ahead and swipe a few times and clear this. And let's ask, did we release that? We did. Okay, go ahead and stand up now, move around. Let's see how that's feeling.
I'm on my phone, so it's a little weird.
Yeah, that's okay. No worries. All right, cool. Okay, let's try that shoulder now. Let's see how that's
Oh,
working. Okay.
wow, it's going much better. That's so much easier.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
great. Yeah, we got definitely got some more motion there. It looks like.
we have definitely more motion, but it's still getting, it's this one particular spot, it just gets stuck and it's just, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can. Let's. You know what? Let's do this. Now, here's one of the things that's kind of fun that you can do. I'd like you to bring your arm up to that spot right where it binds or
There,
where you get the pain.
yeah.
Okay. Now hold that for a moment. Okay. Now let's ask your subconscious mind. That discomfort that you're having right there at that point, is there an underlying reason for that? I get a yes. Okay, good. Now you can relax now.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, sure, no problem. So, all right. So what's causing this? Okay, is there an underlying reason for this? Yes. So now we're kind of specifically narrowing in on that point. Okay. So is it something on the right side of our chart? No, it's on the left side. So is it an energy? Yes. Let's go there. And is it something on the left side of this chart? No. Is it an allergy or an intolerance? No. Is it something emotional? Yes. Okay, so let's go there. Is it one of these on the left side? Yes. Is it a trapped emotion? It is. Okay, so let's go there, trapped emotions. Is it something on the left side of this chart? No. So is this a common trapped emotion? No. Is it a shared trapped emotion? No. So it's an absorbed trapped emotion. Now, an absorbed trapped emotion is where you absorb emotional energy from somebody else. So in other words, somebody that's connected with you in some way is feeling some intense emotion, and that emotional energy gets stuck in your body, okay? And it becomes a trapped emotion for you. They may or may not have trapped it, but you definitely have it. So it's a ball of emotional energy. In this case, it is having to do with that point, okay, where you're raising your arm and you're getting that discomfort. So it's an absorbed trapped emotion. Let's go to the chart. And what emotion is this? Is it listed in column A? Nope. It's in column B. Is it in one of the odd rows? Yep. Is it in row 1 in column B? No. Row 3, it's in row 3, column B. So let's touch that one. So it's one of these, all right? Is it confusion? No. Now remember, you absorbed this from somebody else. Is it defensiveness? No. Is it grief? No. Is it self-abuse? Yes. So it's an emotion of self-abuse. Okay. I'm just making some notes for myself here. Let's ask, now that we figured that out, do we need to know more about this? And we do. Okay. So do we need to know, let's see, when this happened? Yeah. So let's figure out when this happened. Now, the shoulder's been going on for about 4 years. Did this happen before that, before the shoulder issue started? Yes. So did this happen within the last 10 years? No, this actually goes back further. And you're 49. So did this happen earlier than age 40? Yes. Earlier than 30? Yes. Earlier than 20? Yeah. Earlier than 10? No. So between 10 and 20 years old. So did it occur between 10 and 15 years old? No. Around 16? No. 17? No. 18? Around age 18. Oh, okay. So, we're digging into the past, okay? So let's see here. Age 18. Now, you might have been, chronologically, you might have been 17 or maybe 19 because it's accurate within about a year, give or take, right?
Yeah.
But you absorb this. Okay, so we figured out that data point. We know how old you were roughly. Let's ask, do we need to know more about this? And we do. So the next thing that we would figure out here, since we know the age, and your subconscious mind wants us to dig deeper, the next thing we would ask typically is, did you absorb this from a male? No. It came from a female, okay? All right, so let's see here. So this is narrowing down the information. And I don't know how much information your subconscious mind is going to make us
Go into.
uncover. Yeah, we don't know. But let's see, a female. self-abuse. You absorbed self-abuse from a female around your age 18. Let's see, self-abuse. First of all, let's ask, does that ring any kind of a bell? If you think about that time of your life, 17, 18, 19, someone that you were connected with in some way, being hard on themselves maybe, and feeling that emotion powerfully, and it got stuck in your body. That's what this is.
It would have been high school, last year of high school. So I don't know.
Okay.
I had a fun grade 12, so.
Okay. So, all right. Well, let's ask, do we need to know anything else about this? And actually, we don't. So it was a female around your age 18, and that's your subconscious mind is saying, yeah, that's about all I need you to know. Okay. Now, in the event that your subconscious mind, in order to really totally process this, if it needs to bring back to your conscious awareness who this person was, it'll do that. It'll probably take a day or so, and all of a sudden it'll pop into your head. Oh yeah, it was my friend Sheila. That's right. I totally forgot about that. Because we totally forget about most things that go on. That might happen to you, or it might not. You don't need to worry about it. If it happens, fine. So, so this is interesting because your subconscious mind is saying this is part of what's going on with your shoulder. So, do we need to know anything else about this? I get to know. So let's release this, okay? And what we're doing is we're releasing that absorbed emotional energy of self-abuse that you absorbed from that female when you were around 18. So let's clear this out. Ready? Here we go. All right. And let's ask now, did we release that absorbed self-abuse? Yes. Okay. All right. Good. Now, walk around a little bit and let's see how that's working.
Okay. Wow. I can move it. That's awesome.
Cool.
It's not stuck there anymore.
Oh, good. Okay. So yeah, let's face the camera a little bit more so we can kind of get an idea about that angle again. Oh my gosh, that's way better. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
It's not stuck in that spot.
Isn't that interesting? So this is one of the techniques that you can use with the body code, right? If a person has a problem when they get to a certain point, like in a range of motion, and all of a sudden, ow, that hurts, you can ask specifically at that point, all right, hey, is there a reason?
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. So that's kind of fun, right? Good. I'm glad we were able to do that for you. So see, with the body code, this is how you can dig a little deeper and find things like this that otherwise you'd have a hard time finding. So just to refresh, let's see here, and I don't really have a way, I don't think, to comment, but just as a refreshment here, the underlying things we found, you had an inherited trapped emotion of grief that went back 17 generations. That was part of this, right? And both your kids got that. And then we found a misaligned tendon that had to do with some kind of an electrolyte utilization issue, and we just kind of energetically worked on that. There was a physical trauma energy from some physical blow that you took at some point. And that could have, it didn't necessarily have to be with the shoulder. It could have been a physical trauma that you received in some other part of the body, but that energy maybe went to the shoulder. And then there was that absorbed self-abuse from age 18 from a female. Try your range of motion now, and let's see how that's feeling.
Wow, it hasn't felt this good in a while. It's still there a little bit, but not as bad.
Yeah.
It's that point. Yeah. It's that one point right there.
Yeah,
it still does hurt.
But your motion's better and so on. So
it's better.
Yeah, on a 0 to 10 scale, how would you rate it now? We started out about a 6 or a 7. Discomfort.
It's probably a 4.
Probably about a 4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, no worries. So hopefully this will continue to improve, right? And I don't know, you may not need to do much of anything else for this. Just allow some time to go by. Because when we clear these underlying reasons, the true underlying reasons for trouble like this, sometimes things get better immediately. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for healing to take place. I mean, if you cut your thumb, well, it doesn't heal instantly. It takes a little bit of time, but ultimately, it can heal. And the body is this unbelievably advanced self-healing organism, right? And so that's one of the great things about our bodies, that they can do that. All right, so there you go. Thank you. That was kind of fun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Let us know how you do, okay? And hopefully this will just continue to get better. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle. That was
Bye.
really, really fun. Bye-bye. All right. So yeah, that's the body code. That's how that works. And let me see if I can get back here to where I was. There we go. Okay, cool. So that was a great example, right, of what can happen. So anyway, that's the body code. Remember that you can get the body code. The best, easiest way to get it is to go to discoverhealing.com. And let me show you how you can do that. If you go to discoverhealing.com, that's our website, and you can click on, let's see here. Let me stretch this out just a little bit more. There we go. Right here, you'll see app, okay? If you click on that, you'll see all about the new app. The new app is called the Discover Healing app, which contains the body code and the emotion code, all right? And the best place to get it, really, the best place to sign up for it is on discoverhealing.com, because basically then you'll be able to use, you'll be able to use it on both Apple or Android type devices, okay? So you can find any kind of an imbalance basically that's going on in the body, fix those imbalances, and you can do it yourself and help yourself. And if you think about this age that we live in right now, this seems like a really good idea to be able to help ourselves, right? And where the body code came from was, about a year after the emotion code came out, it was published in 2007, about a year later, I had this this experience where I woke up one morning and I was instructed what I was supposed to do, and literally I was told, you need to take everything that you've learned about natural healing and put it into a self-study course and make it available to everyone everywhere. And so that's what the body code is. And so anyway, that's kind of exciting. Again, you can sign up for it here on Discover Healing, and then go to the App Store or Google Play, download it, get it going. It's a free 7-day trial with full app access. After that, it's just $29 a month, and you get access to everything, or a $3.19 for a whole year. And you've got access to all of the really all of the knowledge, everything that I learned over all of those years. Now, I also want to share with you, we have some events coming up right away, okay? So if you click on the little events tab right here, you can see what is coming up. And let's just go there really quickly. There we go. All right, so first of all, Friday, just a couple days from now, June 5th, 2020, and Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day, we are having a 2-day live body code seminar, okay? And so it's online, all right? And you'll be able to learn the body code with this in-depth 2-day seminar. And basically the way that this works is I'm going to be teaching you how to use the body code by actually taking people from our group. And so because it's a virtual event, we still have seating available, right? So if you're not signed up for this yet, it'd be a good idea to get signed up, and you'll really learn how to use the body code, okay? So that's coming up right away here, Friday, June 5th. Today is June 3rd, so coming up right away. The next thing that we have going on is we have a premium member webinar, Winning the Battle Against Allergies of All Kinds. That's June 10th, okay? So that's next Wednesday, a week from today. And then we also have a Discover the Emotion Code Energy Healing 101 webinar coming up June 17th. And we also have a virtual emotion code seminar coming up on Friday, July 17th. Okay, July 17th. All right. So anyway, again, to look at any of those, you can go to discoverhealing.com, click on the events tab. Remember that we have practitioners all over the world. We have over 6,000 practitioners now of the emotion code in 80 countries around the world. So you can find somebody that is perhaps in your area if you want to. We have people all over the world now. And you can just scroll down on this map and you can find somebody that can work with you. And remember that this work is done at a distance just as well as it is in person. So that's a really, really fun thing, right? For more information about certification, you can also go here and click on that and learn more about that, how you can become a certified practitioner. We need more and more of you because the world really needs healing, doesn't it? The world needs help, the world needs healing, and this is a way that you can help the world to heal. There's so much healing that needs to happen, right? So I want to thank all of you. Special thanks to Michelle, our volunteer for today, and hopefully that was instructive for all of you. You can see how we use the body code to find these weird things, these weird underlying imbalances that can help us to function better and feel better. So if you think about this, the human body manifests symptoms of some kind: physical discomfort, emotional imbalance, mental imbalances, as a way to communicate to our conscious mind that there's something going on. This is just how the body works. It's really interesting. So when you have some kind of a symptom, what's happening is the body is saying, hey, there's something going on here. Can you find this and fix this? And so one of the things that made the biggest difference, think about this, for Michelle was when she was 18 years old. She's 49 now. But you notice that one of the biggest things that was contributing to the shoulder issue apparently was this self-abuse energy that she absorbed from a female when she was 18, right? So, 30 years ago roughly. Think about that. Our bodies manifest these imbalances that are going on within us. And the way the game is going to be played in the future, as far as healing goes, it's all going to be geared toward finding imbalances, because our bodies are already perfect. All we have to do is find these imbalances that are going on within us, remove those, address those, and the body already knows how to function at a really, really high level. So this is the future, okay? What you're seeing is the future. This is how it's going to be done in the future. There will always be a need for Western medicine, right? But if you think about Western medicine is really great at traumatic, right, acute problems. You get hit by a train and one of your limbs is over there. They can probably reattach that limb and you will probably regain the use of it to a large degree for the rest of your life. That's kind of unbelievable, right? It's miraculous, really, what they can do. But most of the time, that's not the kind of thing we need, right? Most of the time, we have these other symptoms that we all just live with, thinking that there's nothing that can be done. But the reality of it is the key, and there is a key, the key is this work that we're doing, the emotion code, the body code, finding these little imbalances. And you can do this yourself. You can learn how to find your own imbalances. I mean, imagine finding all the imbalances that you have going on in your own body and correcting those things. And by doing that, you're giving your body, I believe, its best shot at surviving and being healthy and naturally overcoming whatever the world might be throwing at you, right? Think about that. We really don't know yet what's going to happen with people, because we haven't been doing this long enough. But people that are using the body code and are removing these imbalances from themselves and their loved ones and their clients, I think what's going to happen is, we're going to really see the results of that. And it may take us another 10 or 20 years. But I think at a certain point, people are going to start realizing, there's this group of people on the planet that seem to be living longer and healthier and the only thing they all have in common is that they're all using this weird methodology called the body code. And they're removing these imbalances. And so their bodies are functioning at a much higher level. Think about that. So it's a cool thing. I want to share with you something. I had an experience, and I've shared this with some of you before, no doubt, but I had this experience one day. In my practice, I practiced for about 17 years in a brick and mortar practice as a private solo practitioner. And then as well in a remote practice for about another 2.5 years or so. And during the years that I was in my practice, I had this habit. Before I would go to work on somebody, I would just take a moment and offer a prayer, okay? Because I learned many years ago that there's definitely a higher power, that God is real, that God lives, that He's our Father, He loves us, and we're here for these divine reasons, right? And so before I'd go to work on somebody, I would just take a moment and just try to connect with that higher power. We all have different names and so on for that higher power, but if you believe in a higher power, then I think you know what I'm talking about. And there were some times when, in response to that asking for help, which was just kind of opening that door to receiving that help, right? There were times where, in response to that silent prayer, information would just flood into me like an avalanche of understanding and data. That didn't happen very often. I mean, that was definitely the exception rather than the rule, okay? In all those years, that I think I can count all the times that happened, definitely on one hand. But there was one time that I had this experience, and by the way, nobody ever knew that I was actually saying a silent prayer for them. Nobody ever knew I was doing that. It was a totally private, totally personal habit that I had, but I highly recommend it. Anyway, one day this patient comes in, and I had this little habit where I would have this person stand on my table, and they'd hold on to the handlebar things. I'm practicing as a chiropractor, and then the table would go down flat, and then I would look at their leg length and so on. And so the table goes down. I've got this patient lying on the table, and I offer this silent prayer asking for help. And then I turn my attention to this patient lying on the table in front of me, and all of a sudden, I have this spiritual experience where all of a sudden, it's as if my eyes are opened suddenly, and I realize that before me on this table is this sacred temple, the temple of the body. And it was I had heard before, like all of us have heard, the body is a temple. We've all heard that, right? And I'd heard that before. But it wasn't until that moment that I actually understood, because it was a spiritual experience. And suddenly I'm comprehending that I'm standing in the presence of this sacred edifice, this sacred temple of this person's body. And I was instantly just filled with the deepest sense of reverence and awe. And this comprehension, really, on that spiritual level, that like opening of my spiritual eyes, only lasted for a few seconds, and then it was over. So it was like a window opened and then closed, but I've never looked at the body in the same way again, because when I hear somebody say the body is a temple, I just think more than we even realize, right? And so this experience that we're having in this world is a sacred experience, really, really, truly is. And when we're working on other people's bodies, it's like, with the body code and the emotion code, and with really any other methodology, what we're doing is something that is very special and more sacred than we have any idea about, I think, in most cases. So, if you're a medical doctor and you're resetting someone's broken limb, or you're doing something else to help, you're doing a sacred thing, right? When you're doing the emotion code, you're removing people's emotional baggage. That's a sacred thing. When you're using the body code and you're fixing all these other potential imbalances, you're like a maintenance worker. that is coming along and fixing these imbalances in the temple of that person's body. And when you do that, what's happening is you are raising their vibrational level, and you're allowing that temple to function and vibrate at a higher level that's moving them closer and closer and closer to who they potentially can be, right? And so, so this is a sacred work really that we're doing, and hopefully you're able to feel that, right? As I'm telling you this, that I mean, this is how it is. And so remember that this work, it's not about me. Sure, I know how to do this. I can do this. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm only here to show you what you can do. See, that's why this is here. That's why the body code exists, right? Because you can learn this, you can do this, and you can change your life, and you can change the lives of those people that love you, right? Those people that you care about. You can change their life. You can unlock your own healing powers and your healing capacities and your healing abilities that for the vast majority of us have just been buried and have lain undiscovered, because that's how it is for most people on earth. Most people on earth have no idea that they can actually become a healer, but we all, every single one of us, have that birthright that we own, but that we just don't know about. And the beauty of the emotion code and the beauty of the body code is that they are giving that healing birthright back to people all over the world. And my mission in this world is to just share and get this out to the world as best I can, right? And so anyway, that's what this is all about. So the cool thing about this is that finally, after all of these centuries and thousands of years of mankind's existence, we are finally giving a voice to that inner person that each of us has. We're giving that inner person a voice, and it's finally starting to be able to speak. And it's that internal computer that is so incredibly powerful. We're finally giving it a voice so that it can say and it can tell us, yes, this discomfort is manifesting because of this particular problem that maybe was inherited, or maybe it's a deficiency, or maybe it's something else. The subconscious mind will take you there. All you have to do is believe that you can do it, and be grateful that it works. And there you go. So anyway, sometimes I get on a roll. So thanks for being patient, and thank you, Michelle, for being our volunteer today. Remember, okay, we've got these events coming up. You should sign up if you can. Remember, we're going to be working on people live at these events, so you may get work done. Who knows? Let's see. And remember also, our winner, Julie Teketoff. So wherever you are in the world, I don't know if you're listening, but you won, so you have a free ticket. So we'll definitely see you there at the event, okay? So thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And again, special thanks to Michelle for being our guinea pig today. Hopefully that shoulder will just keep getting better and better. And we'll talk to you all next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.